Let's groom mulch. Just kidding. This is Jasmine, and she is a 9-year-old toy poodle. Jasmine is going to be getting the Japanese lamb cut, I believe. I copied this from another creator. I will tag them in the comments. But she's basically just getting shaved with a 15 down the legs and a teddy bear face and shaving her butt and tail. Jasmine has gland issues, so she gets matting really fast in her tail and her butt cheeks. So I just decided to shave them off. It looks crazy, and I'll show you in a minute. Jasmine is a toy poodle, and I get a lot of people claiming they have toy poodles come into my shop, but they're clearly miniatures. Toy poodles are anything under 10 inches at the shoulder, not the head, the shoulder. Minis are between 10 and 15 inches at the shoulder, and standards are anything over 15 inches at the shoulder. That is for the United States, just so you know. In other places, there are Moyens, which are a sweet spot between the mini and the standard. I'm not sure of the rules for those, but they are definitely a very small standard poodle. I believe they could be classified as their own breed here in the United States, but AKC doesn't recognize them. So that's just the way it is. But yes, there are no such thing as royals or giants or double XL standard poodles or micro mini super tiny toys or whatever. It's just toy, miniature, and standard here in the United States. And if anybody is using other terminology, aside from the Moyen thing, I don't know, I feel like that is questionable for me personally. If anybody is using different terminology aside from mini, standard, and toy, they usually don't know what they're totally talking about. It just kind of reflects their experience with poodles. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it definitely tells me like how much they know about the breed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure some things that I say will reflect how much I know about the breed. Anyways, so for the body, I'm just rounding them out with these shears. These are slight curves from Perfect Groom. I believe they're 8-inch. I love these shears. I've had them over 10 years. They don't even sell them anymore. But you can get slight curves from Dirty Dog. That's the only other place I've been able to find them. Her belly looks a little lumpy, so I was a little concerned, but she's pretty healthy overall. I don't see any major concerns with her, even though she is an old lady, an old crabby lady with no teeth. With the bean, any rounded look, you just gotta brush, comb. That's the best way to get all the tangles out and get all of the stray hairs out. And again, I'm just rounding everything. With poodles, for me personally, the goal is to just round out everything. That's just, if it doesn't look round, it's not right to me. With the ears, I am using a 40 blade. I wish this was more practiced using a 40 with the ears. You can do a 10, a 7, any length on the top of the ears, but with the tips, a 40 is superior to using scissors. I can't believe how some people use scissors to trim the tips. That is like, walking a fine line. I can't believe people are so brave for that. I am not. So I learned that using a 40, I learned this a long time ago, that using a 40 is equivalent to shears, if not even more precise, and you can't slice the dog with a 40 teeth. You will cut off part of their ear using a 10, 15, anything else. A 40, totally fine. Also, remember to shave the whole ear. I do notice a lot of groomers don't shave the entire ear. They leave like a little bit at the top because I think they're just afraid to cut into the top knot. But just shave the whole ear. I promise you, it looks better. So I'm just going to round out the face. I already showed a partial tutorial earlier. I'm too lazy to make another one of the face because I'm really not as happy with it as I ought to be. So I just kind of rounded it out. I use curves, I use curved chunkers. It's important to note that the chin is a very, very short. I believe I even used a 7 to trim it down a little bit. I like a nice tight chin and a fuller face, like the cheeks and stuff. That's just my preference, not everybody's. With the feet, I rounded them off to be like little slippers, although I kind of wish I should have left them longer, but oh my gosh, they're so cute. She is an absolute cute little mulch dog. I love her. But yeah, I hope this tutorial helps somebody. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. You could do it at home if you wanted. The face is the most challenging part, but honestly, have fun with your dogs. Hair grows back, and they really, really don't care. They just want love. That's it. Anyways, I hope this helps.